everybody? Welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Friday. It is Friday. It is finally Friday. August 23rd, 2024. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you got everything you wanted to do this week. You accomplished it. You kicked those goals in there. You have a great weekend. You relax, kick back, have a good time, have a beer, have a 2 beers, 3 beers, all beers you want tonight because it's Friday. And have fun with your friends, your family here on Kruse Control. Enjoy yourself. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We're at 2,000 subscribers. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you all. What's up, Richard Tracy? Thank you all for being out there, supporting us and being here day in and day out as we keep growing this channel. It's going to be so amazing. I'm so excited for Friday night. Welcome back. My companion, my captain, my Starfleet commander, my co-host for this evening, Mr. Jordan Sell. Jordan, how you doing? Welcome, Jordan.
Oh, I'm doing good, and we just got to raise a toast to 2,000 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. You all contributed. I barely was here. I mean, I've only been here probably about a year and a half. You guys are amazing. This is awesome. Let's keep it going. Keep the word of mouth, and let's have a good night. Hello, Queen. Hello, Richard Tracy. It's good to see you guys. And yeah,
dude, you've been here 6 months.
Jordan's here.
It seems like a year. My bad.
It seems like a year. I know it goes by so fast. I just have to give you some.
When you're having fun.
I have to give you a little shit. I have to give it. What's up, Queen? Good to see you. But thank you for being here, Jordan. In and out on a Friday, of course. We have a great time on Fridays. We're going to celebrate tonight because it is 2,023 subscribers. Woo! Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's like it went up so much today. It was like at 1,800 this morning, and it was like jumped right up to over 2,000. So it's pretty freaking amazing. But thank you for being here, Jordan. It's going to be a great night. But we're not alone, Jordan. We are not alone because joining us back on Kruse Control is, of course, he's also helping us out in the chat. We love him so much. He was working the business for over 30 years, and now he's been kicking ass with the 3 Gs. Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control, my friend and yours, Mr. Ronald Todd Woodward. Welcome to Kruse Control, Ron. Good to see ya. How you doing, Ron?
Good to see you. 35 years.
35 years. Woo! It's amazing. Time flies when you're having fun, right?
It sure does.
How have you been?
Good. The little one, Torbett, started school this week, so that's been an adventure.
Oh, already?
He's in middle school now.
He's in middle school?
Yep.
It feels like we were just doing the Valley, and he was like wee tall, you know?
Like, great. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I think my kid starts next week.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it goes. It's like it's summer's done, everybody. Summer's done. The heat waves still be here, but summer is gone, and but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna have a great year. We're gonna have a great year. Absolutely. As I was saying, can you believe, Ron, we're at like over 2,000 subscribers now since we started?
That's amazing. It's fantastic.
It's half the time we spend to get to 1,000. That's what I thought was a big accomplishment because a year for 1,000 took us 6 months for another 1,000. So
that's great. That's really good.
Wait. When did I start showing up?
In January, Jordan.
That was 6 months?
No, a year. That was a year. That was a year, January. That was a year, January, Jordan. That was a year. We were doing it for a year and then 6 months. And fuzzy math, man. Fuzzy math. Also joining us back on Kruse Control is, of course, it's Friday, so he is here rocking his new look, everybody. The Thirsty Daddy himself, Stone Cold Thirsty Daddy, GR Waters. How you doing, GR?
I'm good, Brian. Thank you very much.
Good to see you, GR. How you been?
Been good. Staying inside for the heat.
Enjoying
Enjoying
so
today and yesterday the nice cool weather.
It's chilled off a little bit. It's nice. LA is like, I appreciate it so much because usually this time of the year, it's like Ron was saying, it's nice. It's like usually this time of the year, GR. Thanks, Peps. Yeah, usually this time of the year it's so hot. It's like the hottest time of the year. We're getting actually a little cool down, so I'm loving it so much. GR still rocking that haircut, man. People are loving. I know. Dang, hey, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
This cool weather won't last if you say that.
No, well, it can last, GR. Let it be. But also joining us back one more time, and I'm so happy to have her. Of course, she has been doing fantastic things out there in the business. Actor, writer, director, producer, stunt extraordinaire. Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control, my friend and yours as well. I'm so excited to have her back. Miss Allie Perez. Allie, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome back to Kruse Control.
Hey, I'm doing great. I've been on set. I've had highs and lows on set since I've seen you last already, so I'm having a good time.
What's been going on?
Hey, Allie, welcome back.
Oh, I got to work a show just about a week ago, so I got to do the whole trailer thing, and then went straight back to digging through the trash for my other set job. So
This business, right? This
yeah,
business is like you're
exactly.
always going back and forth, and it's like things are going great and it's flowing and it's amazing, and then like all of a sudden something ends, and you're like, what do I do now? And people don't understand that part of the business. It's so much. You are a day player. You're hired and you're fired almost every day. So.
Yep.
And or maybe you get a weekly contract, or you get 2 weeks, or you get a month. And you're like, oh, this is amazing. But it's then that job ends, as we all know. It's like, what's next? It's great.
Yep.
Oh, Queen says you look stunning today, Allie. Look at that. Thanks,
Hey, thank you.
Queen. I'm happy you're here again, Allie. Any other big projects going on besides that? Anything you got in the works?
Mine are still coming as we go. We're about to show my short film over at the Studio City Film Festival. So that's in like a week.
Nice.
And I've got another pilot that's going to start making festivals really shortly. And that show, everybody watch High Potential. Just don't question it. Just watch High Potential. We really want that one to succeed.
And you have to say it a lot of times, like just check it out. Just check it out. Come on, give it some love. Just give it a little love.
Give it a little tap.
Well, yeah, but Allie, I'm so happy you're back. I know you're busy too, so thank you for popping in tonight for our 2,000 subscriber celebration. It's wild. I'm so happy to have you here. I got to toast everybody. I'm definitely having a drink tonight, guys. I might have a couple. It's Friday, of course, and here we are celebrating big time at Kruse Control. So. And you all been here the whole time, like Queen. I'm Richard Tracy out there. I saw you. There's a bunch of us that still pop in. We got 75 people today. Please come back to Kruse Control. Please keep spreading that love. And we're happy to have you here for 2,000 subscribers and 233 episodes and a million more to come, everybody. But it doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter if we're doing like 500 episodes, 600 episodes, 4,000, 1 million subscribers. There's always be one thing going down on Kruse Control every day, in, out, roundabout, and that is a lot of breaking news. Come on. This just makes me laugh, everybody. Bob Iger. Bob Iger was asked to be running for president, everybody. Bob Iger, not for president of Disney. He's already there. He's already running Disney. He's already running Mouse. He's already doing that. But Bob Iger was asked, apparently by the DNC, to run for president because he looks the part. He looks the part. That's what they said. One of the top chief executives there said he looked the part, and he laughed. And he apparently thought about it back in 2020, where he was like getting, Oprah was like, you should run. He said he actually thought about it. Then, of course, a lot of stuff changed during 2020. And then now he's like, it's a joke. He says, why should I run? And when they said, well, you look the part, he's like, that's just ridiculous. And again, he's got a lot going on. He's trying to retire, guys. Do we want the president of Disney, who people are back and forth? It's already political enough over Disney. He doesn't want that anyways. Let him be. Let Iger be. He needs to retire, guys. Let him retire. I don't want to see that as much as I don't want to see Chick-fil-A bring a streaming service forward. A streaming service. It just doesn't make sense to me. But maybe it'll be great. Maybe it'll be great. Chick-fil-A is moving forward, and they're already controversial in a lot of ways. A lot of stuff they push forward. And again, for them to do a streaming service, I heard this and I looked twice. I'm like, is this the true thing? But they work with Hollywood production companies and studios to create a family-friendly, mostly unscripted, original series streaming service. What's it gonna be called? The Cluck Cluck, the Chick Cluck. We already get the Peacock. What are you gonna call this one? The Peckety Peck. I don't know. Peck it up all day. We'll workshop that shit for them. But they already had a game show they already put money into and produced. The Wall, NBC's The Wall. They put money into that. They also put money into 13 Reasons Why, and they actually helped produce that as well. So they do have some work in the production world, and they're also trying to push forward these $400,000 reality-based series for their production company, and they want to make their own service. Will it work? Will it not work? We'll have to wait and find out. They're working on animation shows too. They got Top Gear and X Factor alum Brian Gibson to run the whole thing. He's the head of programming now at Cluck Cluck Productions, whatever I'm going to call this. And we'll see where it goes.
Does anybody remember South Park COVID?
I mean,
they were all in the future.
Jordan, I want a name, Jordan. Yeah. If you're a Chinaman, I need a name for Cluck Cluck Productions or Chickity Chick Flicks.
Let's see, a Chick Flicks.
I mean, that's problematic. I think that's not. It's just
that's a 50% audience.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's Lifetime. We already got Lifetime.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. But Chick-fil-A is producing their own network, and will that work out? Will it not work out? I'm not sold on this. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe it'll be great. It's not certain yet that it'll happen. And also, like White Collar coming back is not certain, but there is a script because Matt Baumer came forward and said he read it. He said it's fantastic. So if you're a friend of that show and you're excited after 6 seasons, another one is moving forward, at least in script form, and that's always a good motion. And it could lead to this show actually coming back and a revival happening where he would come back to play his character too. And on top of that, his co-stars Tim Takei and Tiffany Thiessen might come back as well. That's the idea. Will it happen? We'll have to wait and find out. But Baumer says the script is fantastic and he's super excited about it. Again, it's like we'll have to wait and see. It could all fall apart very easily, just like this Paramount deal could all fall apart. Because now, as we talk about this whole week, we have a new bid in. And of course, they had this whole grace window in there where they could actually take other bids. And at the very end of this period, we got this proposal that came forward from investor Edgar Brofman Jr., who said, I'll give you $6 billion as opposed to $2 billion. $6 billion. And like $2 billion that is going right in the pocket of Redstone. So why would Sherry not take this deal? I don't know. But Skydance is not happy about this because now they've extended this whole negotiation period for 15 more days. And Skydance says that Paramount's in breach of contract. In a letter from its lawyers on Thursday, Skydance said to Paramount that, okay, guys, you've breached terms of the merger agreement after the two companies met last month. And because of that, their whole go shop thing, extending it could lead them to pull out the whole deal exactly. And then that'll be it. But if you pull the deal out, they're got a deal for $6 billion on the table. You're just hurting yourself. You should be like, hey guys, we're better over here. We can actually help make this continue forward and keep the legacy, as opposed to like, we're going away. Like that's not good business. I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. That deal might fall through. Skydance might end up not running Paramount. It might be this whole new business. We'll have to wait and find out. It keeps changing. But Paramount is not caring. They're still pushing forward because they're still greenlighting productions like Drew Barry's. Her talk show's going to move forward now for season 6. Now season 5 is going to air in not too long, September 9th. And on top of that, Drew Barrymore said, I'm going to give some more social distancing in season 6 because people are getting me some trouble. I'm too touchy-feely. I'm too close. I know COVID happened, but I will give some more space. You can't hug everybody. I get it. I love hugging people. I'm a hugger 100%. You come to me, I know you. I'm like, give me a big hug. Let's go. But sometimes people don't. Yeah, I know. Ron Plus the hugger is not good. Ron Plus the hugger. And she said, I will not hug you just because I will give you some space. So you can be comfortable on my talk show. It's going to hurt me. I'm going to try my best, but Paramount is moving forward with this. And speaking of talk show hosts, come on. Conan O'Brien wants to be on White Lotus? Oh, come on, man. I mean, it's a joke in a lot of ways, but I think he would do it, of course. He's got his HBO show. He's got his podcast. Conan O'Brien needs a friend. And on that, he said he actually saw Mike White, the creator of White Lotus, and he said he was in Bangkok. And he said when he saw him, if there's a part for me, I'm available, guys. I'm available. And Brian looked at him and said, hey, guys, you know there's a lot of sex work going on there, so I don't know if you really want to do the sex work. And Brian's like, hey, I could do that. I could be a gigolo. I could be a gigolo or something. Just hook me up. And so he said, yes, we could maybe make that happen. Come on, guys. He's not going to do that shit. That sounds like a bad idea. It's like this Y2K movie coming out. I don't know why this is happening now. Y2K happened a long time ago. This seems like it'd be a, early 2000s movie, not like a 2024 movie, but A24 is doing this. And I love A24, but this to me, it could be something that doesn't work. I watched the trailer. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's, again, the clock strikes midnight and 2000, and all the machines start attacking these kids that are having a party. And you have a cast here, of course. You have Jaden Martell from the It films. You have Rachel Zegler from West Side Story. And you have Julian Dennison, who was in Deadpool 2, of course, was the villain in that, or the disgruntled kid that Deadpool had to save. But they're all coming together for a party, and the clock strikes midnight, and then everything goes bad. I saw the trailer. It was kind of... It seemed like weak sauce to me. I don't know, but hopefully it's good. Again, Y2K sounds like a good movie for back in the early 2000s. 2024, I think we're way too long. Just like The Crow reboot. Oh my God, Jordan's going to get crazy about this, but The Crow reboot's come out. The embargo was lifted yesterday at 7 p.m., right when the first viewings came out. That's never a good sign. Never a good sign. Never a good sign. And right now it's a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes for critics. It has a 64 for audiences, so some audiences like it. But on top of that, the critics were really beating this thing down, beating it down bad. One critic response I have right here says, it drags through a slow love story, lacks original's dark, gritty atmosphere, and missed the intensity that made the 1994 movie a cult classic. And again, when you see this trailer, it could have been anything. You could have just called it the man that came back from the dead, or Dead Man Walking, or Bird Boy flies again. You could do a lot of things, Jordan. And instead, they called it The Crow, and Lionsgate, they had a whole bidding war for this. And I see that face tie. They had a whole bidding war for this, too. And then Lionsgate won the bidding war, and now it's just getting trashed.
Which everybody else is like, thank God.
It sucks. You've seen that before, Allie, where like movies have like embargoes like that and they hold out for reviews. That's only a bad sign, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not something that you figure is optimistic.
Yeah, but have we ever seen them hold an embargo until the time the movie comes out, 7 p.m.? Like, usually it's the day of or the day before. They held it till the time of the first showing.
It's not good.
Yeah, Lionsgate sure won something there.
How do you even release at that point? How do you even release knowing that, like, isn't that when they actually tend to go back and recut?
Well,
was there just no saving it?
Well, the biggest problem I heard is, so you remake The Crow. It's a big graphic novel back in the day, and you made 50 minutes, I heard, a love story. Like, that's all done in flashbacks. You don't need 50 minutes of their love story. It makes no sense.
49 minutes too long.
Yeah, Jordan's not happy about that. We'll get more time to talk about this, but it is a red. It's like it's an alarm. It's an alarm that goes off. You see that, you know there's a problem with this.
I was looking forward to this when they cast Skarsgård. I really
Me too. Skarsgård's great. He did great as Pennywise too. I think he does a lot of good performances, but I think that overall, it's not his. It's like none of the critics said it was the acting at all. They said it was the story.
It's good, I heard. Yeah.
That's the one thing they'll say. The acting's great in this. It's just that comes down to the story. And of course, you're putting the name Crow on here, and it's not the Crow. It doesn't follow the comics well. Original.
They really tried to delve into the John Wick fame. A lot of the action scenes are really John Wick like. Like the Crow's basically John Wick.
Care. That's what Peppy wants to know. Do you really care? Do you really care, Jordan? I know what Jordan does care about. The original Dark Knight, the Batman, because the Batman 2 is, of course, been moving forward. And Matt Tomlin came forward, who is, of course, helping write this with Matt Reeves. And he said that it's shooting next year, and they're gearing up right now. But he's been just really talking great things about Matt Reeves when it comes about this production and how excited he is about how about Matt Reeves is possibly going to change everything with this. He said he spent so much time with him because he's a true artist who is operating in a world where sometimes art doesn't get to flourish, and he's trying to make something that will really matter. That's what he said about the Batman too. So to be able to be here working with him and be on this ride and be a part of this process, he says pretty unbelievable, pretty tremendous, and he's psyched for the movie to come out. So hopefully it'll be great because again, the Batman 1 had a little bit mixed reviews, did really well, but this one's coming out October 2nd, 2026. It would have been pushed a year because of the strikes and everything else. I know, Queen, a lot of people didn't like it. Of course, I will still say about Pattinson, he was a one-trick pony. He was Batman the whole time. I wanted a Bruce Wayne. The best people can decipher between both characters. We had that conversation on Wednesday. Keaton's probably the best Batman because he at least had different characters going into the movie. He played two characters. Again, Pattinson was Pattinson, moody the whole time. Again, I think Clooney's the best of the best. It's probably people nuts, but I think he's the best Bruce Wayne because he is Bruce Wayne in real life. He has all in the world. All the girls are coming after him. He is Bruce Wayne. He wasn't Batman.
Christian Bale.
Well, Christian Bale was good, but when it comes down to being Bruce Wayne, though, Ron, to being Bruce Wayne, Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne was still kind of Batman-ish. He tried a little bit, but Clooney was Clooney, which is Bruce Wayne.
Clooney is Clooney.
Yeah, he's Clooney. Clooney is Batman, not Batman.
Clooney is a good Bruce Wayne. I will give you that.
Are you excited about it?
I mean, but the Pattinson one, he just was like the ultimate millennial Batman because he was just emo the whole time.
Yeah, but he's still learning his thing, and I'm really hoping.
But he's emo, Jordan. He's emo.
I hope in the second one they delve into Alfred maybe saying, hey, you got to put on a little persona here.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, that hairstyle.
How often did he have the mask on?
I like that, Allie.
Look at this, Batman.
Yeah. I'm just excited to see who... I know, but who's he gonna fight? Which monster of the week is he gonna fight this week? But speaking of monsters, Monsters is coming out, everybody. That's right, Monsters is coming out. Ryan Murphy's production of season 2 of American Crime Story with the Menendez brothers. Finally have a release for this, September 19th on Netflix. It will be coming out. The follow-up to Dahmer, of course, which did really well with Evan Peters. Shout out to Evan Peters, friend of the show. I love Evan. He's so fucking fantastic. Shout out to Evan Peters, friend of the show. But season 2 will start. Okay, it's about the 1996 conviction, the Menendez brothers, and the murders of their parents. I don't know. I'm not really stoked on this. They did this before, and I actually heard from people that worked in the production, they're actually going back to the same locations they used for the last version, which is kind of lazy to me. I guess it worked before, do it again, but it's going to be like a reboot of what we had before in a Ryan Murphy world, probably. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think we really needed this. I don't know. But, talking about villains, though, too. I don't know if you've seen Bad Sisters, but Bad Sisters is coming back. And I did not think this was going to come back. This is an Apple TV Plus show. It seemed like a one and done season. Again, we talk about Dark Matter, that's doing the same thing, coming back, which is supposed to be a one and done season. But this was about a bunch of different sisters. But they're, there's one guy that's been sleeping with them, beating them up, having affairs with each individual of them, like trying to murder them. Like, crazy stuff happens in this show. But now we're getting a second season after they murder the husband. They murder him. I don't want to give too much away. It's crazy shenanigans that go down in this whole thing. But now they're getting a season 2, and it's starting, and not too long. I didn't know this was even happening, but November 13th, the new season's gonna drop 2 episodes, and they're gonna have an episode every week until December. It's crazy, but it should be good. Then this cast is phenomenal. The premise is interesting. It really shines light on a monster that really is just really hurting people in a way that you kind of want him to die. And he does die. Now this new season will be investigating them, I think, too, to see what actually happens. But marital problems are always an issue that can be fascinating on screen, I think. We do a lot of comics or a lot of shows like this. But speaking of marital problems, something I'm not happy to talk about or excited to talk about is Joey Lawrence is getting divorced. And of course, I have known Joey for years. I worked for Joey for multiple years. I'm Melissa and Joey. Great guy. He just, he's second marriage. I remember his first marriage. He got married at Disney World in Florida, and they had all wear white. He always talked about that. It was very fascinating. I'm like, you got married at Disney World. That's awesome. But now at 48 years old, he's getting divorced again from his wife, 37, Cope, and she put everything forward. She says, you can see irreconcilable. How do I say irreconcilable? I'm already been having a few drinks. Irreconcilable. Yeah, there we go. Shout out for everybody helping me out with how I speak tonight, because I can't speak tonight. Thank you so much.
Big words are tough, Brian.
Oh, God, it's so bad tonight. But she waived all rights for spousal support, which is one thing moving forward. And she's actually seeking sole physical custody of their daughter and asked Lawrence only to be allowed for visitations at her discretion. Which is really tough too. Of course, you have a young daughter. That's going to be tough for Joy moving forward. Who knows what's going on behind closed doors, why this is coming forward, but we'll have to wait and find out. She also said that until their daughter is old enough to consent, she only wants to be around Joey for limited times. And then when she's 3, then she'll be able to actually be with Joey for multiple days in a row, maybe 2 at most, no long-term extensive times. And then it has to be under certain guidance that he has to be there and not when he's actually traveling or doing shows, and nobody that's beyond actual close family there. And unless it's approved by her and the family. And she said that this is a step moving forward for her for a time where you don't really realize that freedom is necessary, and it is for her. So I feel bad. She said some things deserve a second chance, and some things are a miracle in disguise. Some things are detachment long needed. Clarity is brought to blurry eyes, she said. So I feel bad for Joey. He's a good man. And I think whatever happened here, we don't know. Who knows behind closed doors? You know people so much as you work with them, you know them, and you love them for who they are. On the workforce, besides that, I hope that everything's going to be okay between him and his ex-wife now at this point, and for their daughter, who deserves the best. She deserves the best because she came in this world for a reason. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. Not a good thing to talk about. But I will say this, I know, Ron, you know Joey for a long time.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that some more, Ron. We're going to talk about this some more. But I really hope that end of the day, this is for the best for everybody. That's all you can hope for. But anyways, everybody's got a lot to say about this. 12 topics today, because everybody keeps asking me in this chat on Fridays, more topics to talk about because it's too easy for these hot takes. Well, man, we'll find out. Is 12 too easy? Is 12 not? And everybody's favorite segment of Kruse Control, hot takes. Let's do it. All right, right, now it's time for those hot takes. This is that time to put 1 minute on the clock. For all my guests, have 1 minute to break down all their hot takes for all the latest breaking news. That is 12 topics tonight. Can they hit every topic within that 1 minute, or the bomb will up? Their time is done. They have to stop, hit the press, tell them stop that shit. And their time is up and they can't talk anymore. But it's up to me, it's up to you who wins hot takes. So they might not make it all the way through, and that's fine. I'll still give them a round of applause. Yep. Because they might have the best takes for the evening that's come. So let's find out who's going to be the hot take master of this Friday, August 23rd. I'm so excited to find out. Jordan, let me know. Who's going first, Jordan? Who's going first for the hot takes?
Oh, I think we're going to have to give it to... I think Stone Cold Thirsty Daddy.
Oh, the Stone Cold Thirsty Daddy! Wait, is that personal? Is that personal, or is that Stone Cold thing?
Stone Cold way of saying hi.
I don't know. Peppy, the thing is, Angel, I try to get Peppy to do hot takes all the time, and Peppy just gets mad at me because he says he's going to always win if he does it. He wants to be fair. So, I mean, Peppy, come on, man. You can do hot takes tonight?
Brian.
He's 1 for 1. And I don't think he's going to ruin his record.
No,
he's going to ruin his record.
You don't want to lose it.
Peppy, why don't you do hot takes?
Overworked and underpaid. Y'all know what that's about.
Okay, man. That's why he will not do hot takes. I'm sorry, guys. I try all the time, and he just will tell me just no. Like, he's not going to do it. So, that's
You want a hot take? I'll never do hot takes.
Thanks, Peps. Yep. All right. Thirsty Daddy, how you feeling? You feeling good, fresh, debonair, smooth like butter with that bald head? Ready for some hot takes?
Oh, yeah, baby.
All right, GR, get thirsty, get sassy, get ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Iger for president. Stay with the mouse. Chick-fil-A streaming service. I'm scared to watch it. Does that make me a chicken? White collar. I loved it. I hope it's half as good as the original. Paramount. Lady, either shit or get off the pot. I'm tired of you. Drew renewed. Who cares? Oh boy, I'm so excited. Not. Conan is a gigolo. What woman is that desperate? Y2K. It looks fun, but it's only a quarter century late. The Crow. It already bombed. Batman 2. Brian's favorite Batman, Pattinson. Yeah. Monsters, hard pass on that one. Those assholes killed their parents. Bad Sisters, another joke. And Joey's marriage is toast. It's hard for a tough guy, a great guy like him. Let it happen.
It does happen. Well, GR got his hot takes. Great hot takes, GR. Within the time, only time left over. How you feeling, GR?
Marvelous, darling. Simply marvelous.
You better take a drink, GR. You better take a drink. Great hot takes.
Oh, okay, well, I now that you forced me to,
Yeah. All right, Jordan.
better take another one.
Thirsty Daddy is gone. He is stone cold laid down his hot takes.
He laid it down. He smacked it down.
I gotta
Who's
give
next,
you
Jordan?
some name at, you know?
Let's.
Is
go
it you,
for-
Jordan?
You want me to go?
Sure.
I'm just asking. I'm just throwing it out there.
All right, let's do this then. You laid the gauntlet down.
I think you did.
I did.
Well, I like the music.
That's only for Jordan. That's only for Jordan. All right, Jordan. Get sassy, get sexy, get up, down, left, right, and all around about it. Here's time for your hot takes, Jordan. Get ready. All right. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Papa Iger has to get the House of Mouse in order first. Really? Chick-fil-A? Stick to making sandwiches. Never watch White Collar. What is Kruse Control without talking about a Paramount sale? I mean, it's one and the other. Good for Drew Barrymore. A gigolo Conan O'Brien? Okay, I can see it. Y2K? Brings back my high school years. It's like a nostalgia run. I'm skipping the next one to last. I can't wait till Batman 2. Hopefully progress of Bruce Wayne into who everybody knows is Bruce Wayne. Monsters. I remember watching this trial live on Court TV with my mom. Was obsessed. Bad Sisters, no comment. I don't have Apple TV, you know that. Joey Lawrence divorce, whoa. And now we're back to the start. It's bullshit to hold reviews till the first showing of the movie at 7 p.m. to make you go watch your movie. Tells me Lionsgate has no faith in this film. Brandon Lee is a crow, and fuck Lionsgate.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's some hot takes right there, Jordan. Get those falling arches, fireworks, and all the pomp and circumstance. Great hot takes, Jordan. Jordan's feeling frisky tonight.
Feeling frisky tonight.
Feeling frisky, frothy, foamy, and all the above. Great hot takes, Jordan. Great hot takes. Jordan said he's pissed about the crow. He's so mad about the crow.
It shouldn't have been touched. Shouldn't have been touched.
Yeah. Why should I go see the crow in theater?
About it at all.
Good point, Angel. Why you have the crow at home? Why would you go to the theater? All right, Jordan. Okay, we're gonna go to Mr. Ronald Todd Woodward or Miss Allie Perez.
We'll go to Allie. We'll save the veteran for last.
Whoa.
I think our veteran's actually in this corner. I think he's actually in this corner. I can't do that point and look at this.
He already went though.
It's true. All right, Ron. The vet, Ron. Ron, how you feeling today? Feel good about these hot takes?
I said Allie's going next.
Yeah, he said Allie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've had a few drinks already. Apparently, Allie. Allie. All right, let's take this down a notch. Allie, how you feeling? You feeling good about this? You feel like you got this in the can? I know this is only a couple times doing hot takes, so I know I believe in you. I believe in you so much.
I'll never be more ready than I am now.
All right. Here we go. Jordan sent you to the what?
Fire. She's ready.
She's ready. She's fired up, ready to rock and roll, do some hot takes, and destroy everybody's hot takes tonight. Here we go. Woo! All right, Allie. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Bob Iger is not the first person that they've said should run just because he looks presidential, but I think we should all start praying right now if people that are the heads of companies like Disney are going to run the country. Chick-fil-A streaming service. I think it's a great idea. It's very niche. Some of the people commenting asked about Hooters. I think they are still in business, and they should also come out with a streaming service if that's the case. White Collar is coming back. I never watched the show, but I think as long as they have more than just the main guy, they should keep it up. Paramount deal, good. Keep it in. It's a historical studio. Drew Barrymore, I don't care about her renewal. She wasn't supporting her writers during the strike. Conan O'Brien, don't care about White Lotus. Y2K, I'm excited for The Crow. We know that's stupid and garbage. Batman 2, maybe it'll be a beautiful movie. Monsters should be really good. Bad Sisters, don't care. Joey Lawrence, I'm really sorry. I also don't care, but that's because I just remember him from Disney movies.
Whoa! Great hot takes! Yeah, Allie, how's it feel?
I'm celebrating.
Celebrating. Great hot takes. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't trash this Y2K movie too much right away off the bat. I mean, it's A24, and it is a time. I remember being a kid, listening to Will Smith, Will 2K, jamming that shit. The midnight, the ball was supposed to drop. I remember being in my grandma's driveway, ready for that. But
Millennium. I had the album. Millennium.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. A lot of people don't remember. And then, in addition to that, there's other people I didn't realize don't know. I talked to my boyfriend who's from Germany, and he they didn't have the same scare we had. So there's a whole lot of people this is gonna be new for.
I got one for you. Midnight hit, and I went to flip the breaker at my house at home, and my sister and mom flipped out. I shut the whole house down, and they thought, "Oh my God, Skynet!"
That sounds like something you do at that time in our lives.
That is excellent.
I went to bed at 11 o'clock and just went to bed.
They thought Skynet was here.
Dun dun dun. Everyone was worried about. Then again, it's all like a numbers thing in a computer. Again, it's supposed to happen in the future. I think it's in 20 years. There's another moment that might be scary for computers. I don't understand this. Program it right. Whatever, but it's fascinating. It's A24. It's fascinating. I watched a trailer and it just didn't scare me as much as it could have. I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be great. I love that time. It's kind of fun. We all thought about what could have happened at that point. What could be. Our lives might change forever. Yeah.
Those
It's kind of
conspiracy
interesting.
theory movies are great.
It might be. It's A24 too. I believe in A24. So
Yeah.
I also believe in Mr. Ronald Todd Woodward for his hot takes.
Oh, that's
I believe
right.
in him
We
so
got
much.
one more.
We got one more. It's a Friday.
Let's do it.
It's a Friday.
The veteran.
It's Friday, and it's time for Ron's hot takes. Ron, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah, I believe in you, Ron. I always believe in you. I always believe in you. And I know you've got this. You got this before anybody else had this all night. You had a plan, ready to go, rock and roll, hot takes time. And here we go, Ron.
Let's do
It's
it.
smooth, debonair, and as sexy as you always are. Here we go, Ron. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Bob Iger for president. This could be the funniest comedy Disney's had in a long time. Chick-fil-A streaming service. What's the deal? Isn't Netflix going into shopping malls? White Collar Revival. Matt Boomer and Tiffany Thiessen. Both of them. Paramount deal update. God, let Paramount just let it do something. It's just, this is ridiculous. Drew Barrymore. She just sits so close to you like this and touches you. Brian wants to do White Lotus. Okay. Y2K. I think it's a great time for Y2K because it was 24 years ago. People don't remember. I think it could be really cool. Very vintage. Very retro. The Crow. I think it's all been said, Jordan. Batman 2 is looking great. I'm excited about Batman 2. Monsters, I'm not excited about. Bad Sisters, I might want to check that out. And Joey Lawrence, I think it's a shame. I think he really is misunderstood and just wants to be loved. I do.
Great hot takes, Ron. Great.
Oh, there's the crowd. There's the crowd.
Woo! Great hot takes, Ron. Great hot takes. How do you feel?
I feel great.
You look great, Ron. Great hot takes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to put this out here fast for the audience right now to poll to see who should win hot takes. Now we've gone through everybody. Tell us, everybody in the chat. We got 129 people out there. Who do you think should win hot takes? It's up to you.
I guarantee
Not
you
me.
I know who won. I guarantee you I know who won.
Anybody. We don't
Yeah,
know.
me too. Yeah, we do.
We don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know
do.
anything
Jordan does.
until
We both do.
we don't know anything until we know. But once we know,
We vote tonight.
I know.
we know.
We know.
But before we get, let's get a little serious for a second because again, Ron and I worked with Joey Lawrence for years, and I love Joey. We both love Joey, and I think you're right. I think he is looking for love. But do you think that like what do you think is how this is going to change his life? Will it change him at all? Are we going to see him a different way? Like, how do you feel when you hear this news about Joey Lawrence and this divorce?
Honestly, I just feel sad. I don't think it's going to change him. I think he's pretty much solidified the man that he is.
Yeah.
He's 48. He's already been through a divorce. It doesn't sound like he really changed much after that. I think it's interesting her maneuver on this with not wanting any support, but going after the child fully, which I don't believe in because he is.
Isn't that wild?
He's her father. He needs to be a part of her life. But it's interesting how she's not going for any spousal support. That's going to look good on her part. So it'll be interesting how it plays out.
That was like the one thing that really like blew my mind, Ron. I was like, how are we at a point where, I mean, again, I get it. It happens. But something really bad might have happened. Did something really bad happen that she would actually ask for this? I can't believe that from all the times we've had with Joey. Like, I can't imagine anything like really bad like that kind of happening to the point to make it to be like, hey, he shouldn't be involved in this girl's life unless she wants it later on.
I agree with you. It's almost like she wants to say something, but she's not saying something. But it leads somewhere rather cryptic. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's really weird. I really hope though that everybody's okay at the end of the day.
Of course.
I mean, we know Joey very well. We worked with him for years. I hope that he's okay. I hope that she's okay, and I hope that this is just like maybe just a bad breakup.
Melissa
and
was sad about it too. She was sad about it.
I believe it. They've worked together for years too, and so it's like somebody that well, and you've been in that close communication. Of course, you're almost like brother and sister at that point. You care about each other. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Allie, the business right now has changed a lot. This Paramount deal, This Paramount deal is going nuts. We've been talking about it for a long time. Do you think that Paramount's just doomed, or do you think that they're just getting better deals as time goes by? So why should they even sign a deal?
Oh my gosh. Like that's rough and so hard to tell because like, yeah, why would you turn down this influx of cash from another direction? But like if the other company has the leadership help that they need to survive long term and it's not just an injection of cash, then maybe that's the way to go. Yeah, like at this point, we all just kind of want them to make a decision, right?
Oh yeah, we've been waiting and waiting and waiting.
Saved or not? Yeah.
Well, like what is going on with Paramount? Everybody wants to know. I know I want to know. Like, what is going on?
Crazy.
I mean, if you can take an injection of cash and don't necessarily have to submit to another company, then of course you might want that. Why would you relinquish control that way and become something else if you don't have to?
And that's I love what you said though before. It's like you don't really know, again, with this independent buyer coming up with a bunch of money, billions of dollars. And with Skydance, they already had a hand-in-hand relationship for years. Look at the Star Trek shows. I know Jordan loves them so much. But they've had that relationship going on for years. And so you know what you're getting in bed with. This other company, yeah, they could give you great money. Sherry, she waited her whole life to be in charge of Paramount. She was fighting her grandfather, her father. They were saying she shouldn't be in charge. It was like a whole thing. And then she finally got in charge. And then all this shit went down where they had to sell. We're like, we're going bankrupt. We can't afford shit. And it's like, to be a person that cares about the lineage and the heritage of your company, I feel like she should stick with Skydance, shouldn't she?
It seems like it, right? Like they have that kind of business relationship. They're already enmeshed, like you said. Dude, I mean, yeah, those Star Trek shows did so much to save them already. So this is somebody who's been saving your tail for years already. It seems like it would make sense. It's like, oh, the new guy comes along with a lot more cash, but like your old boyfriend has been really good.
He's cool. You. He's different, he's fresh in your mind. Oh, he's got all the money in the world,
but he's got but he has this love that he's already put forward for you.
Here's Old Faithful over here. We got to stick there.
You know what?
Actually, I probably would stick with the old one. Jordan, you maybe I didn't tell you this. I got to be a Romulan sentry. So maybe out of loyalty, sticking with the old one.
This is our Trekkie man right here. He's our commander, our captain. Oh, captain. He's not wearing a shirt tonight, though. He's not wearing a shirt.
I don't have the tunic on. I don't have one of my tunics on.
He's not doing it tonight. He's not doing it tonight.
It out, but it's a little warm. I didn't want to sweat.
Thirsty daddy. So
Stone cold.
Let me see here. What should I ask you about here right now? Okay.
Remember, it's the second thing to go, Brian.
Let's go with Monsters for a second. So Monsters, again, it's Ryan Murphy, very popular these days. Ryan Murphy's been just kind of just dominating the wave, like all these big deals he gets moving back and forth with all these different companies. But the Monsters has been done before, like or done before. We already know the Menendez story. You said it already before, like, oh, why would we do this again? Is there any world that Ryan Murphy is the person to put a different spin on this, to make it more exciting for a new generation? Maybe Gen X, maybe somebody else, maybe Gen Z. Maybe there's somebody else that would love to see this. Is it good that he's doing this as American Crime Story? Look at Dahmer. It blew up big time. Is this something that will draw audiences together and tell this story differently? Or is it, again, the same rewash, repeat, redone story that we've seen before in the past?
Well, to be honest, will new viewers come into it? Yeah, of course they will. Especially the youngsters. They may not know the story. But why would you want to tell a story about two kids that murdered their parents to get their money?
Yeah,
those dirtbags should be thrown in a hole and left there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's some hot takes right there. You're right. I just don't see. I mean, the Dahmer thing was great because we had Evan Peters, who's fucking awesome.
Well,
and he is a lot
story,
though.
Brian, that really didn't get out as much.
It was a lot. It was a lot though. It was a lot.
I thought the monsters, when they said they were going anthology route, I thought it would be like good actors, kind of like Evan Peters, but with serial killer stories.
Yeah.
Menendez were just rich pricks.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't think about that, John. You're right.
I mean,
100%.
how big of a TV show are you going to tell about two brothers that are just rich pricks?
Spoiled rotten.
I mean, my mother followed I remember she was obsessed with court TV back when I was little. I watched the whole case unfold. I seen every freaking episode of the court because that was like one of the first. Wasn't that one of the first big trials they brought?
Televised trials, yeah.
Live.
It was massive.
I checked my son's gun when that was going on.
So I seen it all, and I seen that made-for-TV movie a few years back. They already made that was decent. You don't need nothing else. I was hoping for like John Wayne Gacy or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be freaking great. And he already touched.
That's probably next year, Jordan.
I mean, like, but he's touched on these characters in American Horror Story before. Like, why would you not just bring these characters forward and just showcase them?
Yeah,
Menendez Brothers. I saw that. I'm like, we've already had this. It worked before. Again, like as a movie form.
It just seems like
we're going to the same locations.
Is Ryan Murphy losing his edge?
He might be losing his edge. Maybe he's oversaturating the network.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think that particular story has been overtold. I mean, it certainly hasn't been told as many times as Dahmer or John Wayne Gacy. Right. So I think there's a bit of like, oh, this is like a little bit more obscure. Like, even if it's been done, it hasn't been done as often as Dahmer, for example. So, you know, if they were able to find success with one that's been done so many times, okay, let's bring people in on some stories they don't. I think they don't know as well.
I just have a worry that there's not enough story there, and they're going to just, most of the episodes are going to be the court case.
Yeah.
I hope they have great success. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, you're right, Alec, you're saying people might not even know about them. You know, there's a new generation might not even know about this. That, again, that TV movie, it's a long time ago. Maybe they won't know about it. Dahmer, again, is more in the media because of everything that went down with him. I mean, then again, I really expected a bigger villain for this next season, but it's Ryan Murphy. He's done a lot of great stuff. I want to believe in it. I don't like the new American Horror Story season. I'm not going to lie. I saw Kim Kardashian doing it, and I was like, Ryan, what are you doing, man? I love Ryan Murphy, but what are you doing?
Oh, she's going to get another show, too.
I know. She's got a procedural lawyer show. She's already had a procedural lawyer show with Ryan Murphy, and it's supposed to be Halle Berry, but Halle Berry dropped out now.
But Halle Berry dropped out, yeah.
She dropped out.
She's like smarter than she looks.
No, she's a smart woman. She's a smart woman, GR. She really is.
It's a smart move, though.
Catwoman.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she made one bad choice in her career, and she learned from that. But she wanted to be in a superhero movie. I get it. She did Storm. She wanted to come back to that world. I get it. You know.
I would have read the script first.
Maybe
the procedural thing. It's a smart financial move.
Yes,
they're all
100%.
about what's going to make you the most money long term, right? A scripted procedural that could maybe, you know, if you do it right, it could go on for years and years. You can get so much money from that. That's like people in the comments were asking, well, why not scripted and unscripted for Chick-fil-A? Because unscripted is less money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's always less money.
And money talks and bullshit.
They're talking $400,000 for the whole series, as opposed to, like, look at some of these shows are a couple million for the whole series. You know, it's a lot cheaper. Westworld, and then we're looking at big numbers. Westworld paid $10 million an episode. That's like big numbers, you know.
It's gonna have to be all reality TV because there's no way you're gonna spend only $400,000 on a scripted show. It's not happening.
No. There's no way that's gonna happen. But there is a way that we have a winner of Hot Takes, which has happened right now. And so, everybody, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited to find out who wins Hot Takes today. Ron, hey man, you never know. You never know who's gonna win. You never know. So I'm gonna put it out there right now.
I know.
Who is our winner? Who is our winner of Hot Takes? Miss Allie Perez! Congratulations, Allie!
Brian looked like he didn't even want to say it.
I wanted to say it.
Just arguing, guys.
Hey. Great hot takes, everybody. Great hot takes, Allie. Great hot takes, everybody. Ron, Jordan, GR, Thirsty Daddy, Stone Cold GR. Great hot takes, everybody. I appreciate you.
Ali, I love your voice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's very original.
We're so happy to have you here. We really are, Allie. Round of applause for Allie.
Marvelous. She's simply marvelous.
But a voice of the 80s is also not coming to the big screen, brother, because the Stone Cold, not Stone Cold, it's not Stone Cold, the Stone Cold of the 80s, Hulk Hogan's biopic starring Chris Hemsworth has been scrapped, pushed aside, done. So can we talk about Hulk Hogan's biopic? This kind of surprised me because all the elements are here. Todd Phillips from the Joker, right? Joker 1, 2. You have him writing, directing, creating. You have him. You have Chris Hemsworth blowing the universe out of the world as Thor. And even his interviews, I get bigger than Thor. I get fucking massive. Be Hulk Hogan. I work at the accent. He's excited about it. You got Hulkamania. Maybe there's some stuff going on besides political wise. Maybe that's what killed this. Who knows? But I would say this overall, I'm shocked because what they do with Joker and moving forward, I would think that this would be a team that you have together, that this movie would be an easy sell. Again, Hemsworth wanting to do this, Todd Phillips wanting to do this. There's a lot of big team players here. But unfortunately, this project has been killed. And it started in 2019. 2019 was announced a long time coming before COVID and everything else. And now it's done. And what Todd Phillips actually said about this moving forward, he said that, let me find his actual quote. He said, "I love what we were going to try to do here, but that's not going to come together for me," which makes me wonder. It's very cryptic, very fucking cryptic. And Hemsworth really wanted to do it. He said he's been saying over and over again he's so excited to play Hulk Hogan. Again, 80s, he made wrestling. He started the whole thing. Good. Hulk is a bad person. You're kind of right, Lexi. Some of the shit he did with the steroids, with all the shit that happened with WWE back in the day, this is a long time coming. Who knows what he was actually doing?
Well, you did hear whose company got the rights to the Gawker movie.
Who's that, Jordan?
Remember the whole controversy with, what is it called?
Vince McMahon, with him like shitting on women? There's also that, which is also a fucking whole thing.
Based on
Not good.
A court case in which Hogan won $140 million judgment against Gawker when they filmed his sex tape.
Yeah, the sex thing, yeah.
You know who got the rights to that?
Who?
Ben Affleck. That's your Hulk Hogan.
Jordan, are you saying that Batfleck killed this project? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm thinking so because that movie is on the go-ahead with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's team.
Whoa.
What?
It's called Killing Gawker.
So, I think it really came down to he didn't want to shave his head and look like Jordan and I.
Actually, that Lexi saying about the Bubba the Love Sponge stuff, that's what that movie's supposed to be about. That sex tape where he was being all racist and shit.
Well, no, that's the thing that Todd Phillips came forward and said that this movie was not supposed to be about that. It was supposed to be about the 80s and that time, that era of wrestling.
This is going to be about, and I think it was going to be made around the same time.
Oh, so maybe because of the controversy. Yeah. Oh, you don't want to shine someone in a good light and also shine them in a bad light. That's actually great though for theaters, if you ask me, because it drives audiences together to be like, oh wow, they're similar, but it's different sides of the story. That's actually good television, good film, if you ask me. So I don't know why you wouldn't want that together. Ron, you've been in the business for a long time too. Wouldn't you want to see this move forward, or do you think there is some controversy, like Jordan saying, that one company could actually kill another project like this?
It's weird because I could see it happening, them killing another one, but I like the idea of having two similar ones out in the theaters. It would bring up a lot of interest because people would be like, why are there two?
Great for theaters too, right? Great drama for theaters, great ideas. Theaters would love that shit. They would be like, mad this was actually done and canceled and over with. I would think overall, right?
Mm-hmm, I would think.
It's crazy. Let's go back to Jordan very faster, because Jordan, it was a Hulk Hogan fan, as I was, brother, back in the day.
He was.
You know what I mean?
I was more of an Ultimate Warrior guy, but
back in the day, Hogan was like the American dream for a lot of people. It was everything, and he was just like, he's a figurehead for wrestling. Did you want to see this as Chris Hemsworth being this, and are you very bummed that this is actually be canceled now, over with, and never be seen again?
Kinda. I was actually looking forward to it. I think Chris Hemsworth could have been a great Hulk Hogan. I mean, he puts in the work. He gets the body when he's Thor. I mean, he's a great actor. I think he could have done it, and I would have liked to seen it. But then, what kind of story are we getting? Are we getting a true Hulk, or are we getting a fluff piece?
Well, I think it was a fluff piece. But then it's Todd Phillips. So he was doing Joker, was like intense, great, amazing, you know? That's what I expected for this.
Also fiction. I mean,
That's true.
You know, Hulk's got an image, and in the modern day era of internet and cell phones and all this other stuff, his image has kind of been tarnished a lot.
Oh yeah, the sex tapes, the fucking divorces, the shit,
the
like
racism.
The racism.
It would just be a
Oh my
fun
god,
movie,
the fucking
right?
race. It should. That's what they want. They wanted a fun movie. They wanted a fun movie about wrestling in the '80s.
That's what I think it was. Yeah.
You know, but
That seems like a movie I would wanted to see.
Yeah. So, are you bummed, Allie? Do you think that Chris Hemsworth could have like made something great, fun to revitalize a fun time in the world?
Yeah, I think he seems like an amazing choice. I think that would have been really, really fun, and I think we got just like deprived of it.
Do you think this is like Jordan said, like an inner working political thing for the business that actually snowballed and stopped this thing?
It's hard not to feel like it might be a little political because I know that there's been a lot of talk about there's a Reagan movie that just came out, and like their promotions were being suppressed because they said, oh, it's going to interfere with election stuff, and because of Hulk and his big
election thing too
over at the RNC, it makes me think like, oh, people were like, just kill it. Like a good thing about him right now, kill it.
That's what I kind of thought about too. And I hate we don't get political in this show too much, but I thought that a little bit. You know, when I first heard this, I'm like, maybe it's something to do with politics.
It's hard to jump to. Not necessarily true, but it's hard not to jump to.
It's hard not to jump to. It really isn't. But like he did bring like, and if you set that aside, like what he did for the business, like he really brought wrestling to be mainstream. You know, and a lot of people like think about wrestling, think about Hulkamania, running wild, like, you know, and dropping that leg and doing the whole, you know, doing all this, you know, like GR used to do until he shaved his head, became a Stone Cold fan, you know, he used to do it all day with his Hulk Hogan hair. Not anymore, you know, and you know, maybe that's a political move for GR shaving his head. Who knows? But I'm just kidding, GR. I'm just fucking kidding. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, it's a weird thing. You can pit it fool. He has like that merchandise himself. Yeah. The Hulkster was a big thing, and I thought this was fun. Todd Phillips again, what he was bringing to Joker, the realism, the rawness. And when I heard that, it was like almost like a fluff piece about wrestling too. It seemed like there's somebody stopping him from telling the true story. Also, maybe that's why I got stopped, because there's a lot more layers besides just Hulkman running wild in the 80s. There really is. And Chris Hemsworth is a fucking great actor. And him playing Hogan, at first I was mad about it. But I'm like, you know what? Who's going to get big enough to have the 27-inch pythons, brother? 24-inch pythons.
We already know. Ben Affleck.
No fucking way, Jordan. No fucking way that Batfleck would play Hulk Hogan. There's no way. You're saying that there's no universe in my world that Ben Affleck is Hulk Hogan.
All I know is Ben Affleck and his 12-inch guns. Who do you think
is going to play Hulk Hogan?
Hemsworth is great. He can shave a little bald spot right here and have the hair right. You know what I mean? Fucking great. He's already got it. Yeah. And he's the kind of guy that will put on that muscle. That's just, I mean, like, who else is going to do that? Who's going to dedicate themselves besides, like, I mean, like, The Rock? But The Rock can't be Hulk Hogan. Well, Hugh Jackman would do it.
That's hilarious.
Hey,
let's go to Torbett. Let's go to Torbett here, because Torbett's popping in. He doesn't know who Hulk Hogan. Does Torbett even know who Hulk Hogan is?
Oh, he does.
So Torbett, Hulk Hogan. He's a monumental figure in the professional world of wrestling. He's also controversial. Chris Hemsworth was supposed to play him. Can you imagine Chris Hemsworth being Hulk Hogan? Thor.
He was Thor. Chris Hemsworth was Thor.
Oh, no. I mean, Hulk Hogan being Thor, I mean, it's not the worst thing.
No, not Hulk. No, Thor being Hulk Hogan.
Thor being Hulk Hogan? Yeah, no.
Thor's like, no way.
Yeah, no.
No, not gonna have that. Would you want to see a Hulk Hogan movie about his life story moving forward?
Probably not, honestly.
It's set in the 80s.
Set in the 80s, a period piece.
I can relate to all of it and tell you. In fact, I went to high school with his daughter.
Ron, you went to a high school with his daughter?
Yes.
That's a did you know it? That's awesome.
I don't like his-
And her Cadillac. She had a Cadillac. So random. So
It's
random.
It said Hulk rules on the front, right? It said Hulk
Right.
rules. It was red and yellow. It was red and yellow. Hence why we're red in this topic for Hulk Hogan. We're red. Good old Hogan. And Jordan's wearing the yellow for him.
I am.
You know, once Torbett said that,
American.
once Torbett
yeah.
said that, I was like, actually, you know, Hulk kind of looks like some of the renditions of Thor from the comic books.
Yeah.
He does.
I see it.
There's something there.
brother.
There's something there.
He doesn't have as much hair as Thor.
The movie was good. That movie was good, Lexi.
What was?
He doesn't. No holds barred.
No Holds Barred? No. Let's talk about his all-time
Everybody's-
classic, Suburban
Already.
Commando.
No holds
Oh, that's my
barred.
favorite Hogan movie. Yeah. It's a nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
You're a dead man, Ramsey. No wonder you guys never talk.
It's so
Yeah.
so good. So what's up, Torbett? You got something to say, Torbett?
No.
Oh, he's
Popping
Okay,
out.
what about,
He's
what about,
bouncing.
I'll stay for the last part.
Well, that's fine.
we're gonna go with something else, I think, Torbett. But anything else to say about Hulk Hogan? Does Hulk Hogan even matter or register to anybody in your generation?
No way.
No way.
Yeah, no.
Because you know what,
Not
brother?
making any
You're-
money.
Nobody's asking to eat your vitamins and say your prayers and all that, you know. But the Hulk Hogan biopic is done, everybody. If you were excited about it, Chris Hemsworth playing that part. Unfortunately, it is done, kapoosh, done, over with.
It's time for my biopic.
Yeah, it's time for the Thirsty Daddy biopic, not the Hulk Hogan one, because that is now the Hulkster is gonna go to heaven apparently. So, sorry, Hulk, it's not happening. Unfortunately, it's not happening.
Oh,
And
we're getting the
also,
movie. But it's a
no, we're not getting.
porno.
Very different movie.
Oh yeah, very different movie. And that right, there's some conspiracy shit that could be true, Jordan. It could be true, and you know what? You never know because you hear these things and you think, well, is this real? Is that not real? Also, that's going on over at Sony too, because Sony's been dealing with some conspiracy theory stuff. People are talking about, you know, what's happening with our creators who apparently have been dropping the ball with Spider-Man. So, can we talk about what's happening with Spider-Man in Comic Corner? So if you've enjoyed Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, what's up, Richard? Thank you for being on Cruise Control. Any of the Spider-Verse movies at all, and you know Philip Lord and you know Chris Miller were in charge of this, making all those. They've been in charge. Of course, Sony gave them this whole thing to take care of it because they did so well. They did the whole, they were supposed to create a bunch of shows for Amazon. So they were in charge of the Amazon Spider-Man universe on TV or streaming, if you will. They signed a 5-year, 9-figure deal with the studio back in 2019 to take over and control what they're going to do with Spider-Man. Silk Spider Society, the very first show was supposed to come forward on Amazon, 2 years development, got canceled, pushed aside. Now Spider-Man Noir, which I'm really excited about. Again, Nick Cage, round of applause for Nick Cage. I love Nick Cage. Friend of the show, friend of the fucking show, Nick Cage. It's supposed to be Spider-Man Noir, this 8-episode series, live action, 50s, 40s, I think it's actually 20s, I don't know. It's a period piece, black and white Spider-Man coming forward, excited about that. But they're having problems with budget right now. Sony doesn't want to spend the money for this. They're like really mad. And then they've been going back and forth. So we need more money for this. Make it fucking big, huge, and enormous. Make it amazing. Make it stand out. And now because of the budget constraints they're getting and the argument back and forth, it's being said that Sony will not let them move forward with their contract and they're going to get rid of them. And again, Into the Spider-Verse, big for them. Big hits. It spiraled into this. But I will say this. One thing I'll say about this on top of this, this is not the first time Spider-Man Noir, Richard Tracy. It's about Spider-Man, black and white, from the Across Spider-Verse, live action, period piece, detective, solving crimes. This is an old Spider-Man. Nick Cage is playing that part. Signed on, moving forward on Amazon. It sounds pretty great. Nick Cage is Spider-Man, old Spider-Man, solving crimes. Pew, 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 kind of. They probably don't work anymore because he's old. Sorry, GR. You know, youth deprived.
I've ever heard.
Youth deprived. Spider-Man Noir. But I'll say this, again, on top of that, they've been fired before by Disney. They've been fired by Disney. They were doing the Harrison Ford. They were doing these. Why am I going blank on Jordan? Jordan, help me out, Jordan. Harrison
Indiana
Ford.
Jones?
Not Indiana Jones. No, Star Wars. Why am I going
Solo?
blank? Han Solo movie. They're doing the Han Solo movie, right? And they had Solo, and they shot 90% of the movie, and they made a comedy, buddy cop comedy about Chewbacca and Solo, and they were joking and shit. They got fired. They brought in a new director, and they changed everything, and they fixed it. And so they got fired before. This is not the first time. Ron Howard, not the first time they've been fired. Is this a pattern from them? They did some great shit, but like, I worry about this. I'm like, they do some good stuff, bad stuff, but it's just like who they are. Do they cause more problems? Is this problematic for it? And this is a bad sign moving forward for Sony, even more so because Madam Web bombed. You've had Morbius bomb. Probably Craven's gonna bomb. It's just Sony cursed? Is Sony cursed? Just like, will they never be able to figure this shit out, Allie? Is there any world in this world where Sony does good stuff? Did you like Ain't They Done? Did you like the Cross the Universe? Is this a bad idea moving forward to far the people that actually brought some success to your franchise?
I don't think I'm the target audience for that particular franchise anyway. But you know, they did a lot of successful things, but you know what? Sometimes drama ends up outweighing, right? Like sometimes people can be a certain amount of trouble, and like, oh, they're just bringing us so much money that it doesn't even matter. And other times you go, you know what? We can still do all right. Cut them loose.
Yeah. It happens all the time in this business, doesn't it? There's like sometimes it doesn't work out, right? And like you might have a great deal, a first look deal, a great deal where like, oh, it's gonna be amazing. I have all this stuff, but this is just part for the course of the business works, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can get dropped at any time. You can get replaced at any time. You can shoot an entire movie, and they can go back and say, you know, I think we're gonna reshoot that with someone else. Like.
Yeah, you've seen it probably acting too all the time. It happens, right?
Yeah. Just from various parts, you can get cut. Hell, people when you're doing the art design and things on these projects, the people I know who are art guild people, they'll work on them, and if they get dropped before it's finished, they don't get credited at all. Doesn't matter how many hours they put into the whole thing. You know, the person who replaces them gets all the credit.
Yeah. And like that's happening. There's another movie. What was it? There's something else I just saw that something got dropped off of. I think it was Captain America. They had the director and they did reshoots and all that stuff. They just dropped his name from it completely. And it's like, that's crazy. But that happens. I mean, because there's something that happens in between or behind the scenes. They're like, we can't have this person attached to this movie anymore. Or maybe they have a battle happens where they fight and they have some issue with the producers. And they're like, we can't have this person attached to the movie. Yeah. We just had the X-Men 97 too. It doesn't shock me at all when I hear this.
And some of those positions you really end up losing, I think, because they're going to get so much of the credit, you know, however things go. Like, you know, if the show tanks, then like it's all bad for everybody. If it goes well and it was despite them, then you say, screw these guys, because you know what? They're going to get credit for anything that went right.
Yep.
So if they're not playing ball, if they're not doing their job the way they were supposed to, for whatever reason, then cut their name.
And then they've done it in the past before. They didn't play ball with Sony before, or with Disney. They didn't play ball with Disney. Which again, you have Solo and you're taking that franchise forward. Like nobody wants to recast Harrison Ford as it is. Then you're making Harrison Ford like Dumb and Dumber. They call it. That's what it was. Like Dumb and Dumber in space. It's Harrison Ford's Dumb and Dumber or Han Solo. And it's like they got fired before by going too far. It just seems like these guys they've done some great stuff, but it seems like this is like writing on the wall that would happen again to me, if you ask me. Right? Seems like it. Ron, Have you seen that happen before in your time in the business? Have you seen people been like coming in and leaving like that, where it's like they're the showrunners, they're the people that have been successful for a company, and then all of a sudden they're gone? Have you seen that happen before? And is that like a trend that does happen in Hollywood once in a while?
I think Hollywood is so fickle, and you do one thing and you can get kicked out and in the middle of something. And I've seen it a million times with actors. Even on Melissa and Joey, we had Lennox's role was recast after the first episode.
That's right. I forgot about that.
You know, it's sad because the show gets picked up and you're like, oh my God, I got a show for 12 episodes, and you're done after one.
Like, that's it. Sorry, you thought you had a job for, which we talked about the other day too. We talked about like how people have like jobs they think they're going to last for a long time. It was the Walking Phoenix thing last week. You know, we talked about how like you think you have a job that's going to last for 3 to 5 months, and all of a sudden that's just gone. That's Hollywood in general, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, absolutely. There's no there's no compassion there.
But these guys,
I've seen executives replaced in the middle of seasons also, and that's never a good sign, because it means studios are looking for something else in the middle of something. You can't repair that.
It means that this show is probably going to be canceled or messed up, or it's going to be done.
Just like any TV shows, when they start adding like sitcoms, when they start adding more sets and more guest stars, it's done.
Oh, that's the thing. Guests are
sometimes when they change the executives that way, it means somebody slept with somebody they shouldn't have, though.
Then there's that. Yes.
There's also that. Yeah. Who's this person? How'd this happen? Don't worry about it.
Is that a polite way of saying you suck?
Let's just not worry about that. Let's just not worry about that at all. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know? That's the business. People think that it's just like so classy and normal, and there's real people working on set all the time. There's real people. We're all real people. We have, we make mistakes. Mm-hmm. We try to cover up for things again. And what are you pointing at, GR? I don't make mistakes. I do make mistakes.
Real people, Ron and Allie and you.
Yeah, we're all real people. We're all real people. We're real people, and we do jobs. That's what happens. But that real people work in the business. People don't understand that. It's like this whole like game of like, oh, it's so magical and it's like untouchable, and the movie stars used to be like that. But we are all real people that are doing a job that we cared about when we were kids, or came through a lineage of a family, and we want to make a good project and make money. And that's what it comes down to.
What's funny is people still see it as that magical little formula. Which I think there's something enchanting about that, but it's so not the case.
I love that though, Ron. I wish that
Yeah.
It's why we got involved with this whole business, because it is kind of like that. Now, of course, you also, Ron, came from like your father was involved in the business too, right?
Yes. So I was raised on a studio set, basically.
So you understand, like I can't even imagine. I would love that. I wish I were you. I wish I were. I wish my parents actually wanted to move to California and work in this business. Yeah. They're teachers. They're great teachers. But it's like, I just wish I had that, that leg up, that opportunity to be here, just be immersed in it as a kid. I always loved it.
I grew up on the set of like Bonanza, Halloween, when he did movies, the Michael J. Fox thing, Back to the Future, all of these things. Yeah, I was there for all of them.
You were in the set of Back to the Future?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I'm like, Bonanza, you say. Interesting.
Bonanza.
Very interesting. That's a big one. But I have seen them all. But I have seen the whole Bonanza. I usually skip the last couple seasons, but
fantastic.
Remember watching it on Sunday night.
Oh yeah, so it was on Sundays. Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I remember doing a show. I was doing a pilot several years ago at Warner Brothers, and I was thinking, oh my God, this is where they did Bonanza. And I remembered as a kid going down the center road and then turning right, and the second thing would be the stage. And I'm like, that can't be. I was like 4, And sure enough, I did it, and they have the plaques on the wall, and it said Bonanza, and that's where I would go visit my dad.
Wow, there's something like
it's really cool. That's really
ingrained in you that just knows it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so cool.
That was neat.
That's Welcome to Cruise Control, everybody. Welcome to Cruise Control. But yeah, it's amazing, Ron. I really appreciate you being here because you do have so many stories and stuff that are like in your heart and your soul that you've been involved that a lot of people don't understand. It's like you've been so integrated with the business and you're doing other things, but it's still amazing that you have those experiences. A lot of people don't experience that at all, you know?
Yeah, I know. And it's just, but what's funny, it's just, that's my life. It just, these things happen. It's just like, oh, well, that's, there's nothing special about it to me.
Yeah. Oh, there's no Bonanza, Angel. I'm sorry. Bonanza's not been back anytime soon. Is it? Or
someone did do a continuation series. It didn't last very long.
The next generation.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's even one I missed, but they did like the young Cartwrights. And it was very full of drama and stuff. But yeah, I think it lasted one or two seasons.
It was soapy. Yeah.
It was
like
very
some Yellowstone stuff, huh? Like they're trying to.
I mean, which the later part of Bonanza got very soapy, but like I liked the fun when you still had most of the brothers before two of them passed.
Yeah.
Little Joe started directing. It got real soapy.
Yes.
And he continued that on in other series.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just build off that. Let's go back to the Spider-Man thing fast. I know Jordan's got something to say about this. Jordan, do you think this is the end for the Spider-Verse? Is it going to cause problems to mess up Sony's whole plan moving forward, getting rid of these guys? Or maybe they're making a good choice that will salvage what they've been moving forward with the Spider-Man universe?
Well, what I'm worried about is the Spider-Verse. The last movie ended on a cliffhanger, and if they're not willing to work with these guys, Sony is all about making money. Look at all their Spider-Man spinoffs. They don't give a shit if the movie's decent, so they're gonna find somebody to write this third movie.
100%.
To film this third movie,
but this movie's supposed to be. I think the script might be done already, though. Like, if the script's got to be done, don't you think?
I don't know. I mean, they could make a deal to part ways where they're only like, honest writers. Maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, from what I heard, it was pretty heated meetings because they wanted to go over budget.
You need big money for this shit.
They weren't backing down, and Sony's like, "We're not paying that."
I mean, you got Nick Cage already attached to Spider-Man War, and you got like black and white period piece as it is. Any period piece is always going to cost more money.
But but how much money? But so you got to look at. I hate to be that guy, but look at it from a cost perspective. They're putting it on Amazon.
Yeah,
it's not a theater thing. It's a Amazon. I mean, it's not like it's their own streaming service. I don't know. And then, like you said, these guys have already been kicked off from Disney. I don't know. Maybe they're just hotheads.
They might be hotheads. I mean, but they're also like their ideas might be too extreme for the brands they're getting, Like Han Solo is a brand. It's a brand, Spider-Man's a brand. It's a big brand. And, and you could come in and have great ideas, but at the end of the day, like the companies, the businesses that own those brands are going to be like, we have to make it a certain way.
Yep.
We just have to. And, maybe you have great ideas, but like, that's not what this is. It's not what it is. And people are always in a fight with it, and they want to make money. And at the end of the day, like, they've lost a lot of money on this shit as it is. So I don't know. GR, do you see anything here that you think that Sony's messed up? They're never going to figure it out, GR? It's a Dillo-Gaff situation for you. How do you feel about this?
Well, if you look at it, as a time beast, Batman came around in the late 40s, early 50s?
Yeah.
Which means he was born based on the character, the late 20s, early 30s at the earliest. So they gives you a picture of the time frame it can be in. And so you got to shoot black and white for 20 years of the story. I don't think it's ever going to work. I think they were shooting for too much. And it didn't work. And then Sony didn't want to pay for it. Can't blame them.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
I
really want to see this, GR. I want to see Nick Cage, black and white, Spider-Man.
I don't think it's happening.
Pew, 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 pew,
Maybe-
pew. I want to see this
Maybe
shit.
Nick Cage could do the Spider-Gwen.
Yes. I'll be the
Sony
Spider-Gwen.
Sony said Brian wants this Dilligaff.
No, they said we'll talk later. We'll talk later.
I don't think
I'll
they
take
said
over
that.
head of creative. I'll cut the
I
budget.
love
I'll
you,
make it
brother,
work.
But they didn't say that.
Cruise Control
Half
will
the-
cut the budget. We'll make
Half
it work.
the budget is probably Nick Cage. Because he's
Hey,
Nick Cage in
hey.
this mother.
Yeah.
Hey, you pay him in
couple
dinosaur
years.
bones. You pay him in dinosaur bones. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Pay him
I
in
just
face
think
skin.
and take a face off. Face off, you know? That's what we do.
I
We pay him in that.
Alec.
We can take care of Nick
Old
Cage. We
Casper
can take-
Troy.
Yeah. But I will say this. I
bad,
think that
girl.
at the end of the day, they've had problems with, again, Phil Lord, the group here, they've had problems before. I think these guys are strong-headed. I think this does deserve money. I think Sony is worried because they've lost so much money in their other investments. They don't want to invest money in something that could be good because they're afraid they're going to lose their asses again. And they've lost their asses so many times. Again, they put so much money in Madam Web, and that was a disaster. They put
Madam
so
who?
much money. Madam, yeah, I know. Craven's coming out. That's going to be a disaster too. You know,
Morbid time. It's morbid time.
Yep. When you don't get the response you expect multiple times in a row, you get a little gun shy. That's what it comes down to. Money talks.
Now you
That's
just
Paramount.
re-release it in theaters like they did Morbius because they thought it was.
Yeah. And they're gonna walk. That's all I'm saying. And I think that this is gonna be a problem moving forward, but I hope it doesn't kill this Nick Cage noir movie because I want to see it so bad. I really do. I want to see it.
One
But-
never gets, Brian.
I know. But something
I
else
wanna see
everybody's
the
been
Crow,
screaming to
too.
see. Everybody's been screaming to see, Jordan, is Megalopolis. But there's some big drama that happened with this. And we got to talk about it before we go home tonight. We got to talk about it. So let's lead me to our feature story of the night. I know we're going a little long. We're gonna wrap this ship. We're gonna take this bow up. We're gonna figure this out. But Megalopolis is still coming out. The trailer dropped. And then the trailer got taken down. It dropped, and then it's gone. Dropped, gone. Now, in the very beginning, Francis Ford Coppola's movie came out. Everybody's going crazy about it. It's, Con was doing great, but the trailer came out, and there's a lot of reviews, a lot of little reviews in the beginning of the trailer that say all these things that aren't real. And it came out today. They were AI generated. AI generated. Woo, there's a spin for you right now. And it was by their marketing department. The head of their marketing department made this whole thing. And he was fired today because of this whole thing. Marketing consultant Eddie Egan was fired today because of this whole thing. Brought to you by Deadline. This movie that came forward. There are these quotes from all these critics that weren't real. They were not real. And so, like, when it dropped, people were like, this, all these critics, I didn't say that. I didn't say this. I didn't say this. But it was about Francis Ford Coppola's previous movies, and it's about trash talking what he did to get to here to make this megalopic, amazing movie. And because they were fake, the movie got pulled down. The trailer got pulled down. This movie is still doing very well. Adam Driver. It's, again, everybody's saying it's great. It's featured a huge amount of big cast members here, but because those trailers were fabricated, those reviews, that's why it was taken down. They're calling it a Roman epic Roman set. Too clean. You ask me? It's like on top of it.
It almost
The
sounds
visuals
like
are great.
it almost sounds like the old trailers we used to get in the 90s for action movies. In a
The
world.
world
I love that
when
guy's
people
voice.
came together and
Yeah, right?
salvaged their universe.
Dark world.
Get the voiceover.
Ron, what do you think about this, Ron? Do you think that, again, AI generated stuff, and that's a whole thing moving forward in the business these days. Lionsgate, they pulled this right down. They had a huge apology for it. It's still on the internet, of course. I found it. But the thing is this like a slippery slope for production companies? Are they worried about their own ass because of AI situations like this? And will this actually affect this movie when it actually comes out?
I think that production is pushing the envelope with it, and trying to see what kind of resistance there is, and that will set a precedence.
Is this drama warranted, you think, right now?
No,
It's a lot of drama.
it's a
It's a lot of.
Yeah,
I,
I wasn't pulled in really by the story, by what I was fed just now. I wasn't pulled into it.
no, I mean they say it's the first full trailer. Like you didn't really even tell us anything about the plot, right?
No, I have no idea.
No, all they did was kiss Ford Coppola's ass.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep. And then you know that he's already like, and then the AI thing is a whole thing. That the fact they fired that guy, it's like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I get trying to be like, oh, well, you know, he's been an underdog, but his movies have done great. That's what people are saying online too. Like Godfather did great.
Yeah.
Like everything he's done is like great. Like reviews have come forward for all of his projects. Like, why would you use negative reviews like this, Allie? Do you think this is like, again, you hired the wrong marketing person for this movie? Because again, Francis Ford Coppola is doing this all of the pocket. It's all of his own stuff. He's not using a lot of people. It's his own budget. He has no big studio behind it. Is that the problem that caused this situation to come forward? Or did he just like maybe miss a step here someplace?
Yeah, it just feels like a failed strategy, right? Like, oh, look, see, these movies were so great, and these people were trashing them because, like, you know, because critics are mean or whatever.
Right?
Yeah, so starting from this place of like, this might be too much. Yeah, just like this might be too big for people to understand. So it's already just like so in love with itself. And then they're just like, oh yeah, because it's an epic, and you guys are just gonna, you guys got to see how big this is. She said.
Hey, like even like Giancarlo Esposito, look at this. Like it's like the Resolute Death's being sunk into sand. You know, it's like they're trying to make it this big, like modern day post-apocalyptic thing. And he spent a lot of money on it. And people say the movie's good. They say the movie's good, but it just feels like there's something more happening behind the scenes that we just don't know.
Has anybody seen any bad press for this movie? Like, it would be one thing if I had heard, like, people saying really bad things about this movie and then this trailer dropped.
Yeah.
But, like,
no bad things.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody was like, man, Coppola's probably over, don't you think? You know, that's why they gave him all this money, because he's done.
Yeah, but it's also weird to like start a trailer like this with all these negative things about your past stuff. It's like almost, to me, it feels like, again, we're going to go with conspiracy stuff. It feels like he said to do this. If you ask me, it's like, he's like, fuck these people. They wouldn't give me money. Make this movie. To me, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like to me. It's like, you know, all the people won't give me money. My movie's fucking great. You know what I mean? So I'm going to drop this trailer and like shit on all of them, you know, and then blame it on the AI. That's why it kind of feels like that to me a little bit.
I mean, the AI thing is complicated anyway, right? Because
it's not good.
The whole worry is, you know, how much are you cutting humans out of work? We're giving AI all of these artistic jobs instead of allowing it to free us up for our artistic expression. Like wherever companies can, you know, how can we replace these artists we have to spend so much money on? So I feel like that's the problem that I have personally.
To Richard out there for a second, sorry, Ally, that just like posted something. Yes, we are also Hollywood. That's the point of the show.
Hollywood.
Yeah, that's the point of the show. So we're the people that give you a perspective from people that have worked on set and have been in the business. So yes, we are so Hollywood. But we can still talk about shit that's not good. We're human beings like you are as well. But we are also Hollywood. So thank you for joining us on Kruse Control. And you're here the whole show, so I appreciate you so much. Allie, you're right. It's just like I go back and forth about what this means, what it means, you know?
It's great to have tools. It's great to have tools, but when you start giving those tools, you know, people's jobs, it gets a little concerning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It sucks.
AI is worrisome. GR knows. GR talks about all the time too. GR, are you worried about this? Is this an AI problem, or is this a production problem that they did not put forth the right freaking standards to make this actually work out to be beneficial to the project?
It's a production problem because they released it.
It's right.
It's true.
No, sorry. No, go ahead. I didn't hear it was directed.
No, get in there. That's why we ask these questions. It's supposed to be for everybody.
Oh, just that was it for me. Just production released it, so it's their problem.
Yeah. 100%.
And bottom
100%.
line, she's right. I mean, some moron stuck his foot in his mouth with his AI talent, if you want to call it talent, and he fucked up the preview of the movie. That's what it comes down to. Fire the guy and move on.
Well, they did fire the guy, and they're going to try to move on. But this is a problem in general for what they've been doing.
Move on. You don't have to say anything else.
Well, they're going to move on to a certain point, but this. I mean, when you're riding on a wave, what he's been getting again, all these film festivals, this is not good. And Lionsgate has The Crow, and Lionsgate has this, so they're having a bad week right now.
Yeah, it's not looking.
Jordan, you're talking shit about Lionsgate for The Crow. They also have this. Is Lionsgate not having the best week?
It's not a good week.
Are they doing okay, Jordan?
I don't think it. I think this part is blowing a little out of proportion. I mean, was the trailer like Ron said? The trailer didn't show me shit though. Like a trailer's got to. It's got to stand on its own.
At a very hot Aubrey Plaza, though, I'll say that.
Yeah. But
oh yeah. Hey, that looks like something Princess Leia would have worn.
Fuck yeah! Give it away.
The trailer wasn't. It didn't tell me nothing.
No.
Yeah, great visuals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bad week. It's a bad week for Lionsgate. This might fly under the radar because I've seen a lot more people pissed about the embargo on The Crow than this.
You're right. Lionsgate's not having a week, and I think that this movie could be really good. But I think overall, again, like you're putting stuff out there that's not true. You're using AI that's problematic. We're very aware about AI these days. We're very aware. When we're thinking about that, we're talking about that. My job right now, I've been working at, we had a whole thing about AI recently. We're very aware about it. The public needs to be informed when it's AI associated with your project. Mm-hmm. Now, when you're putting something out there that's not real and it's fake shit, all you're going to do is hurt your project. And I think that Francis Ford Coppola. Can I speak right now? Francis Ford Coppola. Again, one more time. Thank you all. Thank you all for bringing the English back to my world right now.
It sounds funny the way you say it, Brian.
But when you're him, that's already dealing with problems with making this production happen, you don't need this on top of it. And I think this movie will be good, but I think it's going to be suffering because of this. I think it'll be suffering. Allie, you're smiling. It's going to suffer a little bit, isn't it?
I think it will suffer a bit for it. I was laughing at, remember, T2 is better than all the Marvel films.
What was that comment right there?
That was a comment.
Where's this comment? We need this comment up here right now. There's so many comments
like
right now. Here it is. Remember, T2 is better than all Marvel film. Thank you, Richard. Richard, please come back, Richard. Thank you for being here on Kruse Control. Appreciate you. It's funny.
Yeah, Lionsgate's having a hard 2 years, man.
Yep. And they're a great company.
They were doing great, and they made so many things that are really interesting, and I'm a horror buff. I like a good scary movie, and they've had a lot of great ones, but this last couple of years.
They just need to stick to horror films.
They should do what they're good at, maybe, because they haven't expanded well.
Yeah. I worry about this, but I'm also like, Francis Ford Coppola. God damn it!
He said it right the first time.
Francis Ford Coppola. I got it. Francis Ford Coppola he's brought a lot of great cinema to the world, I think that what he brings here will be fantastic. It's just a matter of fucking shifting to the bullshit. Shift to the bullshit, Ron.
Yep.
It'll be okay. You gonna watch this, Ron?
I don't know.
It's not that. Come on, Ron. Let's go, Ron. You and I. Let's go.
Okay. I mean, I'll do that since I'm invited. But yeah, how long is
Thirsty
it?
Daddy can come too.
This Francis Ford Coppola. It's probably 2 hours and 40 minutes.
That's the problem. That's a problem.
It's a threesome. We can invite Allie.
I'll meet you there, Brian.
Allie can come.
There's probably
a Kruse Control thing out of it.
We'll ask for an intermission. We'll be great.
Oh
Let's make a Kruse Control of that. I'll pay. Let's all go.
I like
Hey,
her.
we
Let's
should
go.
do field
We
trips.
keep her.
Let's do
Yes.
field trips and review movies.
Live after we watch the movie. That'd be great, right?
No, I mean
Yeah,
like
that'd
on
be
the
fun.
show. Like let's have that as a segment,
I think that'd be amazing. We should do that.
like once a month.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. A
Right.
big movie that comes out that month. There's a big movie that comes out. Let's all go together and just
Let's
like
do
do
it. Poltergeist. I mean, with Beetlejuice.
Yes.
There
Let's
you
start
go.
Beetlejuice. Let's start Beetlejuice. I'm down.
Okay.
Let's start Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Yep.
Sorry, Mike Keaton. I hope it's great. But this, unfortunately, is not getting good responses based off this. But I really do still believe in Francis Ford Coppola, and I think that we have to wait for the movie, tell the story, and we'll go from there. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here. Kruse Control, everybody. Appreciate you as always. Happy Friday. Oh my God, I'm landing this ship at 1:38. Happy Friday. It's been fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. 2000, and let me go to the live thing before we go out of here. 2000, it's still 23. We lost one. Sorry, 2022 subscribers. Oh shit, that hurts. That hurts. But we appreciate you for being here day in, day out. It's been a year and a half, and we were still going strong, and numbers will keep growing because of you. We appreciate you. Thirsty Daddy, thank you for being here as always in Kruse Control. Appreciate you. Hope you had a great night tonight, as always.
Thank you very much, Brian. I love it being here, especially with this crew.
We have fun.
And
We have
all the
fun.
Great
Always.
We have fun.
Always.
We do. Mr. Ronald Todd Woodward, thank you for being here. Kruse Control as always. Appreciate you, Ron.
Got it right, man.
Thanks for
Everybody
having me.
check out at 3Gs. You're going to be inspired. You're going to be driven, and you're going to find your path in a way you've never been before, because Ron is very inspirational. He's fucking fantastic. So please listen to Ron and talk to him, because Ron's a great human being and he can help you. Yeah. Yeah. And Torbett, wherever you are, we love you too, Torbett. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Ron, for being here.
Thank you.
Miss Allie Perez, thank you for being here back in Kruse Control. Thank you for popping in tonight. I know last minute there's a lot of stuff going on. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your takes. I love having you here. Hope you had a great time. Thank you, Allie, as always.
Glad to be here. Had a lot of fun. Love you guys.
Always
Ready to
picture
watch
stuff
movies with
too.
you.
Yes, we're gonna watch movies. We're gonna watch movies. We're gonna make a whole thing out of it. It's gonna be fantastic, and it's gonna be fun. I can't wait. That sounds like a dream come true. Like all of us going to a theater together. How fun is that?
Fun.
Not me.
Every popcorn bucket we can find. Let's go make it happen.
That
The
could be
alien ones one looks
That
cool.
could be expensive for me.
It's fine.
I-
Fly out here, Jordan.
I live in Michigan.
Make it happen. Mr. Jordan Sell, thank you as well, Jordan, being here at Kruse Control. Thank you for helping me out, being my classy co-host tonight. Appreciate you as always.
Hey, thanks for having me.
That's classy with the K.
Don't forget to subscribe. All you make this happen. This is awesome. So
Like
let's
and
keep it going.
subscribe.
It's all because of you. If it wasn't for you, we would not be here tonight, as we have been growing every week. You. We went up like 200 subscribers this week, so thank you. Maybe it's like almost 300. So we thank you so much. In the words of the thirsty daddy himself, I don't know if I'm ready for that shit. I'm not ready for that shit. He will tell you to subscribe, like, and join our Patreon. But we
Like and
appreciate you.
subscribe.
Yes. Anyways, thank you for being here. Happy Friday, all 159 of you. Take care of yourself. Appreciate you. Please keep those numbers going up to you. Please like, subscribe, join our Patreon if you can. And as always, the doorbell rang. Who's here? Subscribers. Bring those chinchillas forward. Tell your beavers, bears, your badgers, oh my. Yeah, take out there your grandmas, grandpas, your uncles, aunts, all your grandmas, grandmas, all the woodland creatures out there. Every character that came down in your backyard that were friends of your friends. That they were like, why are you in my backyard? And you still love them anyways. And they still have Kruse Control. Subscribe to their world and subscribe to Kruse Control. Bring them forward. Make them bring the chinchillas, the beavers, the bears, the chickens who peck at your penises. Every fucking chinchilla, those koala bears that are fucking slow and the fucking slow lemurs. They're all friends because they love you too. And the deer and the antelope. And every fucking tiger and bear and badger and every fucking mountain lions, those fucking sucks and scratch you too hard. They still subscribe to Kruse Control, and every fucking squirrel that causes problems in your backyard because they bring orgies. They bring all the orgies. I know they do. There are so many squirrels that have orgies. I hate them so much, but they love me so much. Subscribe to Kruse Control. As always, please bring the love. bring the love, bring the life, bring the infinity, bring the world. And please keep making those numbers go up. We love you so much. We appreciate you. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And bring Spider-Man, who goes pew, 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 pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
And fucking springboards your dick to his vagina. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. We love you so much. We love you. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend from us to you. And we'll see you back on Monday as always. Take care of yourself. And please have a great weekend. Until Monday, everybody. See ya.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able